The government has rejected claims that state authorities are deliberately putting impediments in the Stop Galamsey Now protesters' way to keep them behind bars, even after granting them bail. 51 activists detained during the protest remain in police custody despite being granted bail by the Accra High Court. We are told that procedural delays, including the late communication of the court order and prolonged verification of the sureties, have stalled their release. And Democracy Hub, they have condemned the situation. They're accusing state authorities of intentionally obstructing bail process to suppress civic activism. But the Deputy Attorney General, Tuya Yeboah, says the claims lack merit. We will hear from him and also bring my colleague Kweku Asante in the studio shortly. But let's listen to Tuya Yeboah and then we just bring Kweku Asante in the studio.
Now, when the court grants bail, it is the duty of the investigator to ensure that the sureties are properly identified, the accused person's place for abode is properly identified. We will not condone any attempt by the investigators to frustrate the accused person from having their bail granted or executed. And so if there are genuine cause to prove that indeed a state agent is preventing the accused person from having the bail order executed, we will definitely come to the aid of that accused person. But they must also know that the police officers who are the CID officers must also be satisfied that those who are coming to stand as sureties are people that they can identify. So in the event that the accused person are caught, then they can then identify where the sureties live and then bring them to court.
Deputy Attorney General there, Alfred Tuya Yeboah. Well, my colleague Kweku Asante, he joins us live with further details on that statement put out by Democracy Hub. What are the allegations they are making?
Well, Faustina, it's been 48 hours for some. It's been 24 hours for some since the High Court and the Circuit Court granted up to 52 persons bail for their role in the Democracy Hub protest that we've seen. None of them, as of this morning, I can confirm, has been able to successfully execute the bail bond. In fact, all of them are still being held in custody. And so Democracy Hub say they are condemning the continued delay in the release of 51 activists who have been granted bail by the High Court of Accra. These brave activists were unjustly detained. They go on and that. They talk about deliberate inefficiency and bureaucratic hurdles that they say has been imposed by state authorities to demonstrate an alarming threat of governmental manipulation and intentional attempt to frustrate citizens. So they talk about the specifics of all the things that have been happening. They talk about delayed communication order. Despite the court granting bail in the morning, the order was sent to the police at 2 p.m. the following day, significantly delaying the verification process. Again, they say that the police have yet to verify the sureties with the standard procedure. However, it remains pending. Again, the police must sign the court release form after verifying the sureties, but this too has not been completed. And then furthermore, the officers responsible for signing the bail bonds closed their offices at 4 p.m., ensuring that this is not going to sign. And then currently, key personnel at the Ghana Police Service who are responsible for verifying the sureties and signing the release form reportedly stationed at court premises, exacerbating the delay. Shockingly, individuals responsible for the bail bond at the High Court, we are told, are not going to be working today. And that means the release by today is simply not possible. Again, they talk about shocking, and that they say that to the utter dismay, they have received reports from the persons who have decided to stand surety that the police are conducting intrusive and intimidating searches at their homes. They say that it's unwarranted violation of personal privacy and is designed to harass and intimidate them. So they are demanding that this process is dealt with. They do not want any further delay for these 52 protesters granted bail to still be held in custody. They expect that if for nothing at all by close of day today, all the persons who have been granted bail either to 70,000 cedis and 2 sureties or 20,000 cedis and 1 surety can execute the bail bond and then go home and be with their families.
And the Deputy AG, he's been responding to some of these concerns. He alleged that indeed this is not true. Yeah. But then you were in the High Court as well as the Circuit Court yesterday. Bakavoma was denied bail 3 times in a row. What explanation did state prosecutors give? Well,
the state prosecutors have been opposed to the bail application for Bakavoma because they say that if you look at Section 96(5)(c) of Act 30, the courts can exercise discretion and not give an accused person bail if it's in the opinion of the judge, that person, if granted bail, will go and commit another offense. This is the position that the judges both at the High Court and the Circuit Court agree with. And that is the reason why they're keeping Oliver Barker-Vormawor. Although the lawyers for Mr. Barker-Vormawor, Justice Sai, and others have all made the point that Barker-Vormawor is a law-abiding citizen in the opinion. He is standing trial for treason. He has not run away. He has been availing himself for the trial all throughout the process. And so they believe that if he's granted bail, he will stand up, he will avail himself to stand trial and will not abscond or commit another offense. And so we expect that in the coming days, the lawyers will file an appeal at the Court of Appeal to try and get the Court of Appeal, a higher court than the High Court, to actually grant Oliver Barker-Vormawor bail. But between now and then, Mr. Barker-Vormawor will continue to be in detention, and all the others, if they're able to execute their bail bond, will be let go.
And when next will this be in court?
Well, much of the cases are expected to be back in court on the 22nd, but on 14th October as well, the cases, some of them will be recalled. In fact, the lawyers are asking for expeditious trial. They say that their clients are not guilty of any offense. They want this process to unravel itself, and then it will show that these persons are not guilty of the charges that the police have put before them. And so, ordinarily, in fact, yesterday the trial was expected to start, but the state did not file certain processes, for which reason the cases have been adjourned to 14th and then 22nd October.
Okay, Kwekwa Asante there joining us with details from what happened in court. Well, let's